Hi everyone, welcome back to Coding and Analysis. In this video, I'm going to show you the if-else logic that I added to show that if there's less than 50 players, we're going to have a split of 3 number of splits. Else, if there's more than 50 players, we're going to have the 5 split. So the quarterback model is going to use a threefold cross-validation due to its smaller sample size at 38 quarterbacks. So, since it's only 38, there could be higher variance and should be interpreted cautiously. Just like in the prior video, we saw Anthony Richardson and Deshaun Watson. They had some wild variances, but since it was using a fivefold cross validation, there's going to be only 7 or 8 quarterbacks that it's going to be doing the modeling on for the cross validation. So that's why we're doing 3 splits right here. So we haven't changed anything else. So I ran that, and the running back, that didn't change because the only thing we changed was the quarterback, which would be 6.34. So the prior one, the MAE score was 6.60. So it went down a little bit lower, so that's good. Feature importance are still the same at 2023. Health status is 52%. So if we run this, so this is the one with the 5-fold cross validation. So let's run this and let's see what the 3-fold cross validation. So it's a little bit better scores, 6.32 points. And if we compute it onto the chart, and if we, so you can see here, so now all of them combined, it's still only 2.87 points off, so that's still really good. And R square score is not too bad, it's at 0.737 as well. So as you can see, Elijah Mitchell is still up there, but since he was in the running backs, his score is going to stay the same. Deshaun Watson still up there. And then the Anthony Richardson, I don't think he's up there. Let's see. Let's run the calculating the absolute errors. And we can see here. So Anthony Richardson, he went from, I think, 74. I think he was at 74, just like Deshaun Watson. Now he's at 64. So a little bit better. So Deshaun Watson's the only one with a higher predicted health grade, and the quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson and JJ McCarthy and Matthew Stafford, those are the only outliers. So the only one with the crazy outlier is the Deshaun Watson. And then, like I said, like these were backup, so it's probably that's why the data is having a difficult time trying to get the predicted health grade, because when they didn't play a full season, it's a little wonky, but it's just the way it is. I'd rather include the backups than not include them, and we could see starters and backups combined into one data set. So you can see here that it's still a good R square score in the MAE, still okay. But I want to add the column. It was 2023 serious injuries. So I want to add that to the features. So it's going to be 2023 serious injury and 2024 serious injury. So let me make sure I'm doing it on the correct one. That's the correct one. So let me type in 2023 serious injury. And then I'm going to run that. And I want to see what the R square score and the MAE score is going to show. When you run it, it might take it take a little bit to run it. And we're gonna use it the same for all the positions. So that's why I just did RB features, because it's gonna equal the RB features with the wide receivers and tight ends and the quarterback. So it's still thinking. So the cross validation for the running backs went down slightly. It was at 3.28. Now it's at 3.21. So it's a little improvement. So you can see here the serious injury is being considered as only, so it's only being considered as 1.3%. But still, I think this was at 50%, I think. So then it must have taken serious injuries must have taken that down a little. So it's now at 47, it's at 32, and then it only factored in 1.3%. Let's see what the wide receivers tight ends did. That's at 1.86, so that's a really good score. I think because the wide receivers and tight ends had a much larger sample size. I think it was 155 or something like that. Since I combined them, I think that's why the MAE score is doing a lot better than the running back. But still, it's not. It's only 3 points off and 1.8 points off. So really not much of a difference. But let's see with the quarterback. So it didn't. I don't think it changed much, if at all, adding these features to it. The 6.34. I think it might have been 6.441. So it might have went down a little bit. And you can see here that it did feature with the 2023 serious injury. It's the feature importance is 23% for that, and the health status is 28%. But then down here, the serious injury for 2024, it's only at 1.6%. So if we run, I want to see what the R square score is. So it's still at 0.581. Then let's run let's see if the outliers are still there in the Seaborn matplotlib chart. Huh. So that's interesting. So Anthony Richardson came up again. It's at 70. And if we run the absolute error, he's back up there. So he went back up, I think 5 points. I think he was at 65. So it's just interesting to see how these are being calculated with the model for the cross validation. So that's Yeah, so I guess I don't know. I guess I'll just keep those features in there. And then in the next video, I do a little bit something a little bit different. I'm going to do the cross validation with the 2025 games. I want to see the predictions the model's going to do for the games, because the games that the CBS Fantasy Sports had, that was very optimistic. So I want to see if we have any large variances or um, anything that looks more realistic than what the CBS Sports their stats had. So I'm gonna do that in the next video. So like and subscribe, and always remember to never stop coding. And see you on the next video. And thanks for watching.